Hello everyone, this is a model review. This time is Kotobukiya, Phantasy Star Online, the RAcaseal Elenor, version APSY. Sculpted by RAPSY. Surprise, surprise. I showed you the box before, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore. But I don't think I actually show people the user manual, the assembly instruction, I think. Anyway, I'll just flick through it as I'm actually rambling along. Elenor Cameo is an android in the Phantasy Star Online Episode 1. She is the advanced android by Dr. Cameo, who is designed to be more advanced than a normal cast member, in the sense that she has begun to develop emotion. And you will encounter her in the game during mission mode, in which in several of the missions she will appear. The first mission is probably the memorable one, where apparently a dodgy dealer on your ship is claiming that something has stolen some valuable treasure, and it turns out that to be Max, which is a tiny little AI assisted robot that each hunter has when they basically begins their career as a hunter. And turns out that the dodgy dealer is actually collecting them from dead people from the ground. And Elenor, who was around, just happened to come by, and because being an android, she can communicate with it. And after a while, the Max actually followed her around without her consent, really. But yeah, and it becomes your mission of finding her and help her locate the last Mac that was still floating around and went missing afterward. So yeah, this is the assembly instruction. Pretty simple. A lot of extra impulse. And here is Elenor. And I think she got bored because she's actually lying on the ground. Hold on for a second. Okay, and that's better. Oh, and she's looking at the ground. So here is Elenor standing up. She's basically designed very much similar to the Bushinki line. And oh, wait a minute. A bit of a gimmick to actually help her standing up. Much easier. So it's designed very similar to the Bushinki line because it's by the same designer. So the chest is interestingly, is on a ball joint on the top, a swivel joint at the middle, and another swivel joint at the bottom to give her a very high range of motion on the chest. So she can actually look up and down pretty well. And when she's actually leaning back like that, like when she was doing the line on the ground pose, the additional chest piece can actually also move up and down to actually help hide the big gap. The head is on the ball joint, and the neck is also on the ball joint, so there's quite a range of motion, and she can turn the head 360 degrees. The shoulder on the inside is a ball joint, and then on the outside is a swivel joint to shift her shoulder up and down, and of course rotate 360 and lift up as well. Underneath the shoulder is a pec joint to rotate 360 degrees. The elbow is a standard bending joint, and yeah, pretty good. The hand is on a ball joint, so it actually come off. But yeah, it can actually rotate and swivel around as well. We talked about the chest already, the waist. The skirt here is actually a separate piece, which has two pieces to open, and is on a ball joint on the back, so it can actually rotate and move in and out as well. right above the hip is two little pieces that actually can actually rotate tiny little bit, hardly anything, but it's mainly to help give extra room for the hip joint, which is pretty good. The hip joint is on a circular polycap, which allows the leg to go out reasonably well and can go forward and backward and also rotate a bit as well. Right underneath the hip is there's a ball joint in here which allows the leg to rotate a reasonable degree, not 360 because of the shape of the leg, but it means that the leg can actually, instead of going completely straight, can actually has a bit of a natural bend to it on forward backward as well, which is very, very nice actually. It does make the pose really natural, even though in real life your leg probably can't do that. The knee is double jointed, which basically allows you to fold completely, and the leg on the feet there's no joint for rotating that way, but instead it has a joint to rotate forward and backward, and a joint here to allow the leg to swivel left and right to balance, and you've seen the heel support as well. She sometimes doesn't actually need the heel support to keep standing, but it's always good to actually have some extra support to keep her standing. So actually, size comparison. Here is a Figma. Something that everyone got, a Gundam X here. And let's go south a bit. Here's a SH Figuart. So she's pretty large in compared to most commercially available action figures, being that she's actually around 1:12 scale. Figma is slightly smaller. SH figure is about 1:12, probably slightly bigger in some cases, and X is 1:144, and since a Gundam is about 10 times the human height, so he's equivalent to a 1:114 scale human height. So yeah, pretty nice, and she's not that expensive either. She's quite a good value for money. Okay, accessories. Besides her two natural palm hand, she also on each hand also comes with a closed fist, a split out hand for action pose, a gripping hand for beam saber, and a trigger hand with a finger pointing forward, so you can actually use it as a pointing forward hand or a gun holding hand. The gun holding hand requires you to actually open it to actually put the guns in, and this is one of the gun. This is a standard handgun. I have modified a little bit because it starts with a white piece of plastic at the top to represent the photon cartridge. In this case, originally it was indicated to be green, which is the standard handgun. I changed it to the blue, which is the level 2 type handgun type gun. And here is the other gun, which is on the original with the green photon is known as a shot, which is a crossbow slash shotgun type. But I managed to find a clear pink piece, which is, I think, is a level 4 type shotgun weapon. I can't remember what it is, but yeah, it's not in there. And this is when it's actually in storage, it actually deploys by opening it up like that. So it's fire out from like a bowl to actually fire out like that. Yeah, pretty nice. And talk about beam saber. Although she is a RAcaseal, which is supposed to be a cast member who uses guns, a ranger type, she comes with a beam saber, which ranger type can actually use, and another beam saber, which seems to be a special. No idea what it is. It's not a sword. It's not a special blade. It's just a much more powerful looking beam saber. So yeah, so she got 2 beam saber and 2 guns. That's a very good deal. Also on the back, this piece can be replaced with another piece, which allows you to use Kotobukiya's action base, and indeed any base that use I think it's a 5mm pack, 5mm 4mm pack. I think it's a 5mm pack. So yeah, that's about it. This is she's actually unpainted at the moment, so she's not color accurate. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to paint her up. So give me a second.